It could be in any street, in any town. But when you hear that sound, you have to stop and take a look. That's moving sculpture at 120 miles an hour. That's the sound. Oh, I love that sound. I love that sound. There are lots of Ducatis and they all sound like this. But there's only one that's really worth talking about, and that's this one, the 1974 750 Supersport. This machine represents the pinnacle of Ducati engineering and design. In this bike, all the elements came together to create a unified, beautiful and functional whole. It's known as the green frame. To Ducati aficionados, this is the holy grail. A Stradivarius violin is rare, exquisite and a collector's item. The Ducati green frame is also rare, exquisite and a collector's item. In fact, someone paid $100,000 for one recently. While the design was unique, it was far too expensive and difficult to mass produce, and that's why only 401 were ever made. The Ducati company was founded in 1926 in Bologna, producing radios, cameras and a popular clip-on engine for bicycles. Ducati took a dramatic turn in 1954 when management recruited the highly cultured Fabio Taglioni as chief designer and decided to focus on motorcycle production. His early years were very successful and Ducati's reputation was established. And in the 70s, he came up with a design the like of which had never been seen before, a 750 V-twin, which blitzed the field in the prestigious Imola roadways in 1972. Demand for a production version of this breakthrough motorcycle was unprecedented, and it was released to the public in limited numbers in 1974. So what's so great about the green frame Ducati? The first thing that hits you is the V-twin engine. It's actually two smaller engines joined at 90 degrees, giving the bike fantastic power and symmetry. The castings, the round case engine covers, the attention to detail. It's extraordinary to think that these engines were actually handmade, and no two of these were identical. You've also got these sweeping lines which takes your eye from the front of the bike to the back of the bike, integrated with these sensuous curves, and yet it's understated. It all adds up to one hell of a sexy bike. However, there were some eccentricities in the design. The engine, for example, had to be kept perfectly in tune, but there were no bloody manuals supplied, so the kickstart could break your foot. The electrics could be unreliable and the finish variable. One eccentricity, however, I do like is the hand-cut window in the petrol tank. It's the fuel gauge. I love that. This is not a green frame. They're far too valuable to ride. This is a 73 GT, the nearest thing you'll find to a green frame. Let's take it for a spin. It's so beautifully put together. It's a real piece of art. Today's Ducatis may be more reliable, sound similar, but they don't have what the Italians call la bella figura. In fact, you could say that Taglioni distilled its essence in this 1974 750 Supersport.